All right, welcome back, guys. We're going to talk about non-negotiables and minimum standards. Oftentimes people just try to play at this business. They don't really have any minimum standards. Minimum standards are so important in life, but more important in business. Now, let's talk first about non-negotiables. Non-negotiables in our business when it comes to WealthWave, one is never miss meetings. Never miss meetings. Now, I understand you've got things going on. You've got a life. You have plenty of stuff happening, kids, dogs, cars, taking out your trash, all the stuff that it takes to live a life. But never miss meetings because you never know what you're going to learn. You never know when that one thing's going to be said that's going to click and you're absolutely going to change your paradigm and you're going to start thinking differently and then start winning. So never miss meetings. Two, some non-negotiables for me is I make phone calls every single day. Every single day you need to be contacting. And that is a non-negotiable, 100%. You can't go a day without making phone calls. Many of you guys try to go 1 or 2 days of making phone calls, and then what you'll do is you'll skip 3 or 4 days. When you skip 3 or 4 days, what happens is all your momentum goes down. All your momentum goes down and you got to ramp it back up again. That gets tiresome. That gets frustrating. And you can only do that so many times before you say, you know what? This isn't working for me. I quit. You cannot quit. So in order for you to have those non-negotiables be consistent, you got to have some minimum standards. And in my opinion, minimum standards in our business, very simple. Very simple. Here we go. First minimum standard is 10,000 points, 2 recruits. 10,000 points, 2 recruits. If you are operating at a 10,000 point pace with a minimum of 2 recruits, your business is going to hum. It's going to keep moving over and over and over again. There is nothing that will slow you down when you do 2 and 10, 2 and 10, 2 and 10. And if you get that consistency going, guess what? You'll pop up to 15 and 3, or you'll pop up to 20,000 and the team will recruit 5 or 6. And that's how momentum is started. But when you don't have or implement minimum standards in this business, what winds up happening is you have a bunch of empty days that pile up into nothingness. And when you have a bunch of empty yesterdays, you have nothing in front of you worth anything. So I promise you that if you allow yourself to skip the calls or skip the meetings or skip the minimum points and recruit standards that you have, what will happen is death to your business. And I always tell people this, and I'll kind of close this video with this one little analogy. The reason that people smoke today, in today's society, in 2025, the reason that they smoke, even though they know that it's going to cause lung cancer, it's going to kill them eventually, right? Why do they do it? They do it because it doesn't kill them today. It doesn't kill them today. But if someone put a cigarette to their lip and they lit that cigarette and their head exploded and blew up, nobody would ever smoke ever again. But that doesn't happen that way. It takes time to kill you. Just like skipping your non-negotiables or skipping your minimum standards doesn't kill you today, it will kill you long term. It is devastating for your business. So let's make sure that you build yourself a few non-negotiables and you build yourself whatever your minimum standard may be. Mine was 2 and 10. Yours might be 5 and 1 if you're part-time. Or it might just be one piece of business. Whatever that minimum standard is, have one. That's the important thing. Non-negotiables and minimum standards. Implement them, guys. Talk to you later.